Well, how's it going? Saki here. Very excited about the fact that the NDA for Star Wars: The Old Republic has been lifted. And I've been working on some videos for whenever the NDA did get lifted. And frankly, I didn't know this was going to be coming up so quickly. But I figured, what the hell? It's time to celebrate. So I'm going to show you a video I was working on that was basically teaching you all the real basic stuff that you're going to have to know whenever you walk into the Star Wars game. So for this, as you can see, I rolled a trooper and went with the Miraluka.
For the Republic!
Love the green skin. Didn't like this guy. Ended up going with the pretty boy here with the blonde hair. Kind of funny, I thought. And had a lot of fun with this character, which undoubtedly you're going to see a lot more of. Now, I'm not so sure, but NDA basically said we could show videos. So I'm going to show you this video, and we'll see about live gameplay. So here's the first thing you want to do whenever you log into your character. You're going to want to switch your buttons around to a way that's comfortable for you on the keyboard. And after years of playing WoW, I kind of have it so that the right side of my numbers, or what I have my damaging spells, left is what I use for my healing spells. Of course, after you get your keyboard set up, then you're going to want to run down and start finding quests. By the way, this video doesn't have any reveals for the trooper. I'm just showing you stuff that you got to be aware of. So that's what it looked like, little triangle above the head of a quest giver. M, your map function. You want to get orientated. That'll show you where you need to go to kill things. I'm running back here also to show you a couple of things like there's a medical droid you can buy and sell your gray. Buy medical, sell gray stuff. There's a trooper over there. They share the area with, a smuggler. They share the area with the trooper. And that thing that I was clicking on, that's a bind point. Anytime you see a bind point, you want to make sure that you go with that. Hit it and make sure that it's on your map. So time to start kicking some ass. Trooper, I think, exceptionally good at kicking some ass. And now you see those glowing beams coming up from the bodies. Those are loots. And basically, if you set everything right, all you got to do is hit right-click and it'll loot everything in the area, which is a pretty awesome feature. So, of course, it's not all about just going around and killing everything you see. Although, that's the fun part, and with the trooper running and gunning, it's particularly fun. But sometimes you got to pick stuff off the ground, and it's almost always glowing blue like that.
Nice work, kid. You've got a talent, there's no denying that.
So, here's a little more ass kicking for you. I got a few more things to show you about the very, very basics. For example, here in a second I'm going to level. And, of course, you're going to want to go visit a trainer as soon as you possibly can. We're going to show you that in this video. But that's what leveling looks like. You get those little hovering balls over your head. Also, whenever you're picking up loot, make sure you pay particular attention to the green beams, because that means it's got like an uncommonly good item. Also, red doors, you can't go in red doors. And here's another example of an objective that's on the ground, highlighted in blue, something you had to do on this particular set of trooper quests. So after you do a few things on the ground, run on back to the quest giver, and I think just like any other MMO, you want to pay attention to what they give you. You might want to equip it pretty quickly.
Here, a little something from our private stock. Watch your hide up there, hero.
So in that case, that window went pretty quick, but I'll bring it up here again. Oh, look at there. Really nice gun. Also have a bunch of other stuff, limited bag space. You'll find that fills up pretty quick. So I think I swapped out my gun there. I'm about to compare the stats, which if you just hover over what's in your bag for a moment, it'll do a nice little comparison for you what you already have equipped. Now you see there, I was trying to put something over on the right-hand bar. Now not everybody loves right-hand bars, but I do, because it's kind of a good out-of-the-way place to put things. Now, at some point at the beginning of your game, you should go to Preferences, and you should do the things like check the enable the auto loot and enable the area loot. Those are really handy, save you a lot of time. You have a lot less clicking than saying wow. I also like to set the camera distance to maximum so that I can survey an area. And if you have a wheel on your mouse, then you're going to find that to be a pretty nice feature for being able to identify where your party members are at and other objectives that you might need to do. So you can see there I clicked on the right bar, and I like to throw things over on the right bar that I just don't end up using that often. For example, that glowing ball at the lower side of the right bar over there is your quick travel feature. And I also put my buffs over there. And by the way, remember to buff yourself. You got a pretty nice buff as a trooper. Every class has got a nice buff. Anytime you party with somebody, anytime you run by somebody, give them a buff. Check your map every now and then because you're going to find other quest givers along the way to your objectives. So I got another quest from that guy, and so in this quest it was mostly some ass kicking. You also have bonus missions you saw pop up there. What those will do is pick up so many of this, kill so many of that. Essentially, what used to be a major objective in, say, Warcraft, being the penultimate example. Here, usually it's just a bonus mission. So I've made it to the first major fort, and there are a couple of places I'm going to want to hit. Like I said before, definitely Trainer is going to be one of those
Up and
things
see
you
Lieutenant
want to do.
Forrest when you get a chance. He'll help you survive in this craziness.
So I get up and talk to Lieutenant Forrest here, who's the trainer in this fort, and he's quite the character. More importantly, he's got good stuff for me to learn. Of course, you got to organize all that on your bars, which is why it's nice to go ahead and have that side right bar set up ahead of time, and for you to have already kind of figured out
there.
what areas you want your offensive and defensive spells.
Anything a soldier needs, some things he doesn't.
Now, you can also run over here to the vendors, and in this case it's the heavy vendor for heavy armor. I've collected a couple of things at this point, most of which is garbage, but what I'm doing is organizing my med packs and my stims over on the right hand side of my bags, because things tend to get dropped into your left side. I want to make sure I don't accidentally sell them whenever I vendor stuff like that.
Good luck out there.
I also noticed that it's pretty easy to make the mistake of selling stuff when you're tempted to equip it while you're standing right there, so don't equip it when you're away from the vendor. Here's another one of those points, bind points. Make sure you sign up for those because that's where your quick travel will take you to a bunch of those. And kind of like flight paths,
You are cleared for the following travel.
make sure you go talk to the taxi people. Very important if you want to be able to get back to town. Now, here's my people, Havoc Squad, for the trooper. So I'm going to run right over and have a chat with Havoc Squad.
Good day.
Hello there, Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Greetings, Sergeant.
Good day.
See, that's the guy I'm supposed to talk to. Oh wait, good lesson here. I ran right past the douche I was supposed to talk to in order to talk to the people I needed to talk to. So don't miss those
Excuse me,
quests.
Sergeant. Sorry to interrupt, but you're the new member of Havoc Squad, aren't you? I'm Farn, sir. Private Farn. It's a real honor to meet you.
So after I finally go through the hoop of making sure I got quests to be able to talk to the person I need to talk to, sometimes that's the one thing that hangs you up. It can be a little bit of a drag, but you know what? Once you get used to knowing to look for the dude in the proximity of the person you're actually supposed to talk to, not a big deal. As you can see, I leveled up again. Also had to go get some more training. Next thing to do, go find a cantina. Actually, I'm going to make this the final thing that you need to do to get you up and running. Go to the cantina. There's going to be a bind point in there. Go ahead and bind to it so you can get there quickly. And in the cantina is where you want to stay because that's where you're going to be able to get bonuses saved up to your experience. So whenever you're logging out, make sure you head back to the cantina and you will get rested experience. And as I was about to run out here, oh, lo and behold, I ran into the co-founder of Red Rancor, Taters. He was just sitting there. Apparently, while he was at work, he was just kind of playing around, and so I made sure to friend him, and well, that was my first friend on my trooper. At any rate, that's a quick rundown of the stuff that you need to know to be able to play Star Wars effectively right out the gates. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and I'm going to go read a little bit about NDA to see what all I can get away with today. So come back for more if it pleases you. Make sure to follow